How did Athens and Sparta develop different kinds of government? This is Note Taking Study Guide, page 179. This is the overview of chapter 14, so the start of this should be reviewed. First, in Athens, the society was a direct democracy, and it worked in Athens because the city-state was relatively small, and citizens were committed to hard work of civic participation. There was this sense of belief through education and things that it was important to be involved in your political life. Second, women could become citizens, but could not vote or hold office. One goal of education was to prepare students to participate in civic life. Owning slaves, about 2 of every 3 people in Athens were slaves, and this gave Athenians time to spend on civic affairs. Slaves were doing all the work. Athenians could spend time doing politics. And 5, Athenian Navy. How did the growth of Athenian Navy lead to a wider democracy? Athenian rowers, who came from the lower classes, were able to demand a greater role in the government. Kind of like the phalanx as well. The poor people, when they started fighting, they thought, well, I'm risking my life, I'm dying for the defense of the city-state, but I can't have any say in my politics. And so there started to be an expansion of democracy because of this. The Athenian government, as a result of their society, it included all male citizens of Athens, and they had a jury, which was a group of citizens who decided court cases after hearing evidence. The assembly chose military leaders. The council's job was, they were made of about 500, and their job was to decide which issues should come before the assembly. The council members were chosen at random from a male citizen. So if you were a male citizen, you could be chosen as a council. It wasn't voted in, it was randomly selected, and it changed all the time. Spartan society. To feed their population, Spartan conquered surrounding regions. The Helots were agricultural slaves. Their role in Spartan society was to farm the land and give half the crops to Sparta. Okay, and Spartans were constantly afraid that the Helots would revolt, so that they would actually declare war on them every year. In school, Spartan boys learned how to exercise, hunt, use weapons, and follow orders. So not read, write, arts, literature, mathematics, arithmetic. No, it was very military focused. The Spartan placed little value on arts, literature, or luxury at all. Spartan government, as a result of this, was headed by 2 kings. They served as military leaders, led the Council of Elders. The true governing body, however, was the Council of Elders. This was 28 men over the age of 30, and 60 who were elected for life until they died. The ephors were selected by the assembly. Their job was to make sure the council and the king obeyed Spartan law. So through the assembly, they picked ephors, and they basically watched to say, are the Council of Elders actually doing their job? Who could participate in the Spartan assembly? Male Spartan citizens. So these were people that were elected into the men's club, and then they could participate in Spartan assembly. It was organized. The entire Spartan society and the state and the government were organized for the purpose of waging war.